I have a very interesting quiz for you all. On May 21st, 2023, the South Korean police arrested this girl, and they found a suitcase with bloodstains in her possession. Now the question is, where did this blood come from? Option A. The girl said she was on her period, so it was her menstrual blood. Option B. The girl also said she had given birth to a child she didn't want to keep, so she put the child's body in the suitcase and threw it away, making it the child's blood. Option C. The blood belongs to her tuition teacher, whom she killed, dismembered, and put the body parts in the suitcase to dispose of. What do you think? Whose blood is it? Think about it while I tell you more about this girl in the suitcase crime, the most dangerous psycho killer in South Korea named Jung Yoo-jung. Jung Yoo-jung was a 23-year-old girl born in Busan, South Korea. Looking at her innocent face, no one would ever think she could take someone's life. I mean, she has an innocent face, she wears glasses, and her hair is neatly tied. It looks like you might find this girl reading books in a library. Anyway, Jung was raised by her grandfather from childhood as she never received her parents' love. She attended a private school in Busan. If you ask her classmates, Jung always preferred to stay alone. She never talked to anyone at school, and if someone tried to initiate a conversation, she would not respond. It wasn't that other kids bullied her, making her prefer to be alone. She simply liked to sit alone on the last bench of the class. She didn't have a single friend in the whole school, and even after graduation, she remained out of touch with everyone. One would assume that a girl who always sits alone and doesn't socialize much would be very good at studies. But sadly, that wasn't the case with Jung. She was average in her studies too. After graduation, Jung remained unemployed for 5 years, preparing for civil services exams. But to pass these exams, you need to have good English skills, and Jung's English level was equivalent to that of a school child. Remember this point about English. It will be very important later in the case. Due to her poor social skills, she couldn't find a job anywhere. When she was 18, she applied to a golf company, but kept getting rejected to the point where she got so frustrated that she called the company and cursed them, asking why they weren't hiring her. After graduation, Jung completely isolated herself. She never left the house, didn't talk to anyone, and had no friends. In her sad and lonely life, her only source of solace was true crime documentaries. Jung loved watching true crime movies and documentaries. She was obsessed. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, the whole channel is based on crime stories. We all watch these stories out of curiosity, but Jung's case was a bit different. She was so immersed in these documentaries about murder and serial killers that she actually wanted to know how it feels to take someone's life. She watched documentaries where a criminal commits a perfect crime and the police can't catch them. Jung also wanted to commit a perfect crime in some way. Jung Yoo-jung created a profile on a tutoring app where you can contact any teacher based on your needs. This is a very professional application that many people use in Korea. On this app, Yoo-jung pretended to be a mother looking for an English tutor for her 14-year-old daughter. In this search, Yoo-jung contacted a 26-year-old teacher named Kim. They had a brief conversation, and then Yoo-jung asked Kim if she lived alone. Kim said yes, and then Yoo-jung asked if her daughter could come to Kim's apartment for tutoring. Kim agreed, and they scheduled their first teaching session. Kim was a very helpful and passionate teacher. She lived alone but was still willing to invite a child to her home for tutoring. However, at that time she didn't know that she was inviting her own death. On May 26, 2023, CCTV footage shows Yoo-jung somehow arranging a school uniform and wearing it to pose as her daughter while going to Kim's house. You won't believe it, but Jung even cut her hair to look like a 14-year-old middle school girl. Around 5:30 in the evening, Yoo-jung arrived at Kim's door and Kim invited her in. Seeing the school uniform and her innocent face, Kim didn't suspect for a moment that she wasn't a teenager. As soon as she entered the apartment, Yoo-jung pulled out a knife and began attacking Kim. The attack was so quick and vicious that Kim didn't even realize what was happening to her. Yoo-jung stabbed Kim more than 20 times in the neck and chest, and even after Kim died, Yoo-jung kept stabbing her. The most shocking part of this case is that After committing the crime, Yoo-jung didn't flee. She was very calm and decided to remove the evidence and the body from the apartment. Yoo-jung casually walked out of the apartment, went to 2 different supermarkets, and bought knives, garbage bags, and cleaning supplies. She took all these items back to Kim's apartment and then went to her own home to get a suitcase. She returned to Kim's apartment once more.
It's so bizarre to me that this girl committed such a heinous crime and didn't panic at all. She kept coming back to the crime scene repeatedly, and in the CCTV footage you can see her walking happily as if nothing had happened. Anyway, Yoo-jung dismembered Kim's body into small pieces. She put some of the body parts in a garbage bag and threw it into a nearby dumpster, and the remaining body parts she stuffed into a suitcase to get rid of them. By this time it was around midnight. Yoo-jung left Kim's apartment with the suitcase. In the CCTV footage we can see Yoo-jung wearing Kim's clothes, holding a suitcase and waiting for a taxi. You might think she wore Kim's clothes because her own clothes were dirty, but she wore Kim's clothes to pretend to be Kim, and there's a very disturbing reason behind this that I will tell you about later in the video. Seriously, this girl is not just any killer. If you find this case complicated, I'm sorry, but this girl is very complicated. Anyway, after the taxi arrived, Yoo-jung put the suitcase in the trunk and told the driver to take her to the Nakdong River. Upon reaching the location when Yoo-jung took the suitcase out, the driver noticed something leaking from it. Yoo-jung said goodbye to the driver and went into the forest near the river to dispose of Kim's body parts. After Yoo-jung left, the driver opened the trunk and saw bloodstains. He was already suspicious about why a girl was going into the forest with a suitcase at midnight, and now his suspicion turned into certainty. The taxi driver did not leave. He waited for Yoo-jung to return. When Yoo-jung came back after dumping the body parts in the forest, the driver noticed that the suitcase seemed much lighter. He immediately called the police. The police arrived shortly after the call and checked Yoo-jung's suitcase. They didn't find any body parts, but they did find bloodstains. When questioned, Yoo-jung claimed it was her menstrual blood, saying she was menstruating. The police were sure something was wrong, so they called an ambulance and took Yoo-jung to the hospital. At the hospital it was confirmed that Yoo-jung was not menstruating. After that, Yoo-jung changed her story completely. She claimed that she had given birth to a baby and didn't want to keep it, so the body in the bag was that of the baby. But again, an ultrasound of Yoo-jung's uterus confirmed she had not given birth. Finally, the police arrested Yoo-jung and took her to the police station for interrogation. During the interrogation, Yoo-jung told another false story. She said that when she arrived at Kim's house, there was already a man there who had killed Kim. He threatened Yoo-jung, saying that if she helped him hide the crime and dispose of the body, he would not kill her and would allow her to secretly live Kim's life. The police did not believe this theory at all. Why would a murderer tell Yoo-jung that she could live Kim's life? It made no sense. After telling a couple more false stories, Yoo-jung finally told the truth. She confessed to the police that she killed Kim because she wanted to know how it felt to take someone's life. There was no specific reason for killing Kim, she just wanted to kill someone. So as soon as she entered the apartment, she started attacking Kim. Even after committing such a horrendous murder, Yoo-jung was completely calm in front of the police. She had planned the entire murder in advance. Yoo-jung told the police that she was very fond of watching murder documentaries. She was fascinated by them, and during the investigation, police found evidence that she had extensively researched topics like how to commit the perfect murder.
Yoo-jung's crime story is one that has captured the attention of many, leaving people in shock and disbelief. The details of her actions are both chilling and perplexing, making it a case that is hard to forget. To get away with murder, how to commit a perfect crime. She also told the police that she was particularly fond of a Korean movie called Vacha. Vacha is a Korean psychological thriller in which a woman kills another woman and then steals her identity, living the dead woman's life. If we think about it, Yoo-jung's case is quite similar to this movie. Yoo-jung had been very unhappy since childhood. She was very lonely, not good at studies, and her English was poor, which is why she couldn't get a job. Her struggles seemed endless, and they shaped the person she became. On the other hand, Kim was performing very well academically, had a great life, was independent, and had good English skills. She was living the life Yoo-jung had always wanted. The stark contrast between their lives was evident, and it played a crucial role in the unfolding events. So, just like in the movie, Yoo-jung killed Kim, wore her clothes, and even took her ID cards. Yoo-jung thought she had committed a perfect crime just like in the movie and got away with it. The police saw that this girl was not normal at all. In the movie, and got away with such a gruesome crime, she showed no remorse. So the police decided that Yoo-jung was very dangerous for society and revealed her identity to the public. The media and news channels began informing people about Yoo-jung, and a strange fear spread across South Korea. People said that if a normal-looking girl like Yoo-jung could commit such a heinous crime, it would be difficult to trust anyone. After Yoo-jung's arrest, she made a public appearance where she apologized to people. She was apologizing, but there was no fear or remorse in her voice. You can see it for yourself. In court, Yoo-jung tried to appear mentally unstable to avoid a heavy sentence. We have seen this same tactic in many other Korean cases, and it's really frustrating. But in this case, it was clear that the murder was premeditated, and she was of sound mind when she committed the crime. In the court hearing, Yoo-jung was found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment, meaning she will spend the rest of her life in prison. This case was very disturbing for everyone, and the judge said after the sentencing that this murder had created an atmosphere of fear in society, making people feel that anyone could be murdered, and trust in others had diminished. If you found this case interesting, please check out other cases on this channel. Like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time with a new video.